If this shit moves in slow motion again, then we know it's just a lag with the internet.
Oh, okay.
All right. So tonight's topic is going to be second chances or last resorts when women reconsider not my type. All right. This topic comes off the heels of a clip that we have.
Yeah.
Um, where a chick is talking about what most of us have seen or experienced, or depending on who you are, of like when we're in high school.
Mm.
You know, the dudes that older dudes, or even the dudes that might hustle, or the bad boys or whatever.
Yeah, R. Kelly.
They getting the chicks, and the good dudes is getting passed over.
All right.
It's kind of like the same argument that a lot of guys are having today also. But all right, we'll jump into the clip and then we'll go from there.
I want you. And then once she became a baby mama, he was a CEO, executive, and all that. And she's like, hey, you remember me? He said, no, I don't want you. I be feeling like, respectfully, y'all is the grown-up versions of the niggas that hurt in high school while we was out fucking the drug dealers. Let me tell you something. We were victims then making horrible decisions with grown-ass on us. Y'all gotta let that shit go.
What about the girls who had the older guys picking them up in high school?
I came up to the girl in high school. She was like, no, I don't want you. And then once she became a baby mama, he was a CEO, executive, and all that. And she's like, hey, you remember me? He said, no, I don't want you. I be feeling like, respectfully, y'all is the grown-up versions of the niggas that hurt in high school while we was out fucking the drug dealers. Let me tell you something. We were victims then making horrible decisions with grown-ass on us. Y'all gotta let that shit go.
What about the girls who had the older guys picking them up in high school?
All right, so I think we've all seen this, and a lot of men out there have seen this or experienced this, like when a woman, she kind of passes up a guy that she deems to not be her type or wasn't her type, and then she might go on a different path, and then maybe later on down in life, dude might start to look a little bit better. He might be in a different financial space, and she kind of like, all right, she may give that particular guy a shot in the future where she wouldn't do it when they were younger or in the past. All right. So first things first, what do you think about the clip?
The clip is interesting. The clip is, it's made to be triggering. She's trying to trigger men or shame men for exercising the same options that she exercised when she was younger. Because the truth is, when women mature physically and mentally faster than men. So when you're the same age at a certain time in life, yeah, maybe she did have certain things, certain assets that led older men to come around and try to holler at her. But for her to try to play victim now for something that she willingly participated in, because every woman, every girl didn't do that. It was just the ones that were deemed as fast back then. But listen, I wanna attack this objectively. I think we got let's talk about it. I don't want to come across as the dude that was hurt, because I was never consider myself a nerd. You know what I mean? I think I was middle of the pack. But there were definitely women that girls that were getting scooped up after school with dudes with the cars and all that, and said bye. Like, that's cool.
Well,
and
well, I'll chime in here real quick, fast.
Okay.
All right, GB. Yes. I don't necessarily think it's fair to kind of express that, because it's kind of like my mom used to always tell me, you can't choose how somebody reacts, right? You can't pick how somebody reacts to something. You say something that's out of bounds and that person reacts a different way. You can't get upset at them for reacting the way they did. I do feel a little victimizing then, or kind of around what we was talking about earlier off air, is the culture, right? Maybe instead of trying to, you know, maybe the difference would be changing the culture on how you deal with guys when you're younger. You know, maybe not be so ill. And so, you know, maybe if they're not your type, there's a way to go about it to where that doesn't come back and bite you in the tail. If a guy, okay, first of all, if you're good looking, this is just off the rip. If you're good looking and you approach a guy, it's very rare that he's gonna really, you know what I mean, unless you were like really an a-hole. You know what I'm saying? Where he has to, it's like he has to say that to you now. You know, if he just couldn't get you because you was maybe speeding or you was always with somebody else, or yeah, you know, not right now, I'm kind of dealing with
but if
somebody.
you hot,
I don't
but
think
you
it would
ran
come like
through,
that. Even if they ran through, I just think it's how you treated him personally.
Nah, if you ran through and he not really in that
Bro,
running through stage.
No, because you got to remember, man, if she's hot and you remove her from the immediate surroundings, nobody knows what she has been through. Right. Trust me. Sometimes you ever see the girl who's super banging and with the guy that you're like, I don't really know how you got that.
Right.
You remove that, you bring that to your family.
About sex, or we talking about a relationship?
I'm just talking. Let's go.
Dudes smash anything.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go relationship. Let's go relationship.
Yeah. But she was saying that she had children with these men back there. So now you got the little rugrats with Tyrone over, locked up.
And I think it's unfair. It's unfair.
Always take
I just think it's unfair to now choose how those men are reacting to what you did initially. And maybe it's a good idea that maybe not to be that way. Because once again, I have to stand on, if a guy's going ill to you or something like that, it's a good chance that you were probably a real a-hole and you slighted him outside of that.
Or he knows who you are. He knows you've been ran through. He knows, like,
I don't think that matters.
You've been around different crew. There are plenty of women that if they were in my DMs, it would be ill. You can't be fucking serious.
And you wouldn't.
I'm a married man.
You're a married man.
If I was single,
if you were single,
you telling me ills. Yeah,
you're telling me it's ill. Nah, I wouldn't touch you. I wouldn't hit.
Yeah, dog, you've been ran through by the older crew, by the younger crew, by the.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe. I don't believe.
So men don't have standards.
I don't believe that. That's the one.
Men don't. No. I'm gonna say this. Men don't have standards when it comes to sex with good-looking women.
Because if she's good looking,
most dudes is not gonna turn down a good looking woman to have sex with, even if she is, let's say, doubling back because you hot now, and you wanted to holler back then. Even if she wants to get with you on some more of a serious situation, a dude is gonna at least hit. And a lot of times I think that's where guys get caught up, where they just trying to hit, and then they get caught up really liking the chick because they really like the chick back in the day when they're trying to holler at her. All right, so first of all, I think that this happens on every level, especially when we're young, right? So I believe, like you saying, you wasn't no nerd, you wasn't no bad boy, but you was middle of the pack, right? Mm-hmm. But I think the girls that were into you felt like you gave them the right amount of excitement and risk.
Right.
Maybe they didn't need a nigga that was selling drugs, selling crack on the corner, or shooting niggas.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Mm-hmm. But you were risky enough for them to feel excited to be with you.
Yeah.
And that's why you guys linked up, and that's why I like you.
Well, yeah, though the girls that regular guys dated were the girls that liked people for who they are, not for what they can do.
But what I'm trying to say is that I think every woman likes risk, right? It's just the risk tolerance of the woman, right?
Okay.
So a chick that is, let's say, super nerdy, right? You don't gotta be like a criminal, right? You could just be like, yo, I stole some gum out of the store. They're like, really? You really did that? I would never do that, right? Yeah. And for them, that's yo, you know what? She's telling her homegirls, her other friends that are in the house, like, yo, he stole out of a store. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But Now that dude, he not like this other dude that hustle, that he in the hood with pistols, doing whatever, fighting, whatever. He don't do none of that. He might just he stole something.
Right.
Or he smoked, he's 12 years old. He smoked a cigarette. He had a drink. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the risk tolerance that woman is willing to take, or that girl's willing to take. I think just women in general, like riskier men.
They have their bad boy era. Like they have their.
I think every woman has it. I think every woman has it, right?
To a certain extent.
Stuck that in there.
I mean, to a certain extent. I mean, to like, you know, how you said it's on a scale. Like some women like, you know.
Yes. Now, I think what that particular clip is talking about is like women that they went all the way full tilt early, and now they like, all right, I can't really go too much further, because the further I can't go no further than that, because the dude that I'm gonna get is either dead or in jail or whatever. It's nothing there for me, you know. So I got to bring the shit all the way back,
right?
Because I already been to the extreme, right? So is it wrong to really judge a woman by her past decisions, especially if she was young at the time?
Yeah, you are who you are. You know, even if, all right, because I had the conversation with my wife before I got here. I showed her the clip, and that was her exact stance. You know, that you can't really judge people from who they are. But I came to the conclusion then that when you're 17, your bones are still there. Like, you know what I mean? Like the core of you is still there. You're a different person years later, but it's not really as much as people really think it is. Maybe 20% of you is different, 30% of you is different. If you like people for certain reasons. Some people are friends with people for what they could do for them. Some people like people for what they could do for them. Some people are opportunists. Some people genuinely get to know people. So I feel like it's perfectly fair to judge somebody because you really kind of don't look at people for who they are. You can't see past what that person can do for you, or what that person's value is around to the people around you. You can't buy the stock while it's low. You're the person that's buying the stock while it's high.
Well,
and you've always been that, because look at you now.
All right. I think there's a lot of that going on, especially when we're adolescents, when we're teenagers. Like a lot of us don't build deep connecting relationships with, people of the opposite sex. Like,
I think that's completely false. I feel like the deepest connections are built while you're adolescent. I think there's nothing there.
When
everybody's
you're dating,
broke, everybody's on like everybody, and there's no.
All right. Everybody's broke, but when we're young, you're dating somebody because they're popular or they're hot, or
you
other
like
people
them.
deem that. Yeah, you could like them, but how many times have you like, say, been in, let's say, high school, right? And you want to mess with the hot chick, right? But her personality is not that great. She's not mad cool, but you got the mid chick that's cool as shit. But you're not gonna date her because she's not the flavor. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you could probably have a very deep connection with that chick that got a great personality. She's decent looking and all that. But you want the chick that 10 other niggas, 20 other niggas want. Because she the hottest, she the best looking. So I think a lot of that goes on, especially in youthful dating, because men do it. We just do it with looks. Women might do it with bad boy shit, or dude that got a car, dude that got some bread. You understand what I'm saying? Or a dude that all the girls want to mess with too. And that's normally how it goes. Like prom king, prom queen. Like the story is to the two people that are deemed that they get together. Everybody wants to see that. You understand what I'm saying? The best looking couples and shit like that. Not necessarily the best, personalities that click together. Like you normally find that.
I feel like it's true for men, but it's not true for women. I feel like dudes' stock went up once they got certain girlfriends and all that. But like the girls, it's like once you had too many boyfriends, it's like, all right, well, you know, because that's all it was. Like, let's understand what the game is. You only went with somebody back in high school to smash. Like that was like the, you know. So once you got too many of those, it was like, all right, I'm not really like looking to wife that. Like, you know, it's kind of.
What about a chick that, let's say, she did date the bad boy, or that was her boyfriend, or the drug dealer or something like that, and that was his girl?
Then usually she's kind of off dibs anyway, because dude is super territorial over her. You know what I mean? So she's off the market. She out the way.
But all right, if she dated, let's say she didn't date
We
everybody, or
wasn't
she didn't.
for the joints like that. Like we like the ones that paid us attention, the ones that we were around. Like it wasn't really about all that. Like, yo, she was the popular girl. Like that's what women did. That's what the girls did. Really?
Yeah, they did that. Come on, bro.
I
Don't act like I'm bugging, bro.
Kind of bugging, man. Like I don't think dudes is really groupies of girls like that. Yo, there was different there was the nerd chicks that wasn't doing nothing. There was the hoes that you could, you know, have a good time with. Then there was the, you know, pretty popular girls, but they was just too in the air to even pursue. Why would you go for something that everybody's talking? You trying to find a diamond in the rough.
You could be looking for the diamond in the rough, but if that popular hot chick, you heard that she like you, you be like, fuck the diamond in the rough.
We're gonna be around. I'm around. I'm around.
I'm here for this action
for a short
time. I'll go back for the diamond later on. I find that later. Yeah. But shorty want to holler.
I gotta pick up some dime bags later on. You know, you gonna fix on the drugs, right?
Yeah. I kind of see, not particular, you know, where that particular clip is coming from. I can't see that, because I think it was a woman that was triggered by what was said, and then she just said some bullshit. But
she went to the old adage, who hurt you. She went to that.
Yeah.
And that kind of like disqualifies the whole thing. It's like, okay, you hurt me. You like men, like are men allowed to be hurt?
They say they want us to be.
Who cares what they want us to be? Are men allowed
I'm talking
to be
about
hurt?
society.
As a man,
yeah.
You've been a man. Are men allowed to be hurt?
No, every man has been hurt. If a man says he hasn't been hurt, he's a lie.
Is his hurt? Is it fair that his bad experience can shape his future experience? Is that a bad thing?
That's life. That's with all of us. But
so what's going on?
But we're not deemed to be like the petty or the pettier sex, or like, you know, we hold resentment.
It's not
like
about petty.
Men are supposed to be stoic.
Whatever. If we went that way and we fell and we skinned our knee going up that way, we're not going to go up that way no more. It's just, it is what it is.
I genuinely believe it's a lot of other moving parts other than that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I've heard of situations, right? One particular situation where it was a guy that back in the day, he liked the chick. He liked this chick, and she probably wasn't, like Cor said, she probably wasn't an asshole to him, but she wasn't trying to holler because she was giving her time to other people, probably more popular people, more whatever, more riskier, bad, you know, more exciting guys, or deemed to be exciting.
Yeah.
Right?
Tell us all the time.
And she wasn't, you know, she wasn't really hearing them.
She was wearing the makeup early. She had the heels early. She had it. Niggas was on her. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude was a little skinny.
And later on down the line, you know, he kind of came up a little bit.
Went to college, hit the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he saw her again, he still wanted her.
No.
He still wanted her.
Oh. Okay.
Right? And they fucked around. I don't think anything really transpired, but he was willing to even second try, like throw all his chips in.
Yeah.
But she still
didn't like him like that.
You know what I mean? But it was all right. Now I guess I could date you now, because now you up a notch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think for the majority of situations, most guys are not gonna, they could act cool about the situation, be like, like, or be disciplined, like, nah, you know, I'm not going back
It's
there.
not even about discipline though, Ron. It's about experience. Once you get your weight up and you kind of really see that, okay, like chasing them or like, yo, listen, I'm getting them more easy I'm getting them easy now. Like I got my weight up, I'm killing, I got my game up, I hit the gym, I put a couple pounds on, I know the game now. It's not even about like, yo, it's not even about like you did something to me. It's about like now I'm comparing you to the field. Now it was just puppy love. Like I'm just looking at you now, like, all right, maybe you wasn't what I thought you like. It was puppy love. Like, all right, you were maybe in this little pond or maybe in this little pool of water. You was the joint. But once I went to school, I went to college, and I started knocking them down out of state. I kind of started doing my thing. I come back around.
That's fine.
Maybe you kind of mid, or maybe you kind of trash, or I got some better work back around where I'm at. Like I take
Very
it if it's in
possible.
my lap, but I'm not putting no work in for this. And your attitude is kind of trash. You know what I mean? It's cool.
And your haircut game is fucked.
And it's not like, yo, who hurt you, whatever. Sometimes niggas get their weight up on bitches too. Like, this is what it is.
All right.
Where you want to go, man? Let's do a deep dive on this, man. Let's not be so.
What do we have? Yeah, we said this. Like women, they normally prioritize exciting or riskier partners.
Right.
Let's say drug dealers, bad boys,
All right.
during their youth, but
Yeah.
later,
Yeah.
they seek stability with someone they initially dismiss.
To
Right.
take care of their kids. Because in that clip, she was like, yeah, I had babies with them. I had the babies with the bad boys and all that. So now she got some rugrats that she need a nigga to take care of. So the dude with the resources, you know what I mean? Because the dude with the resources initially is the drug dealer or whatever. Like she said, if we're going just based off what she said she's messing with the drug dealers. Dude was a nerd. She curved him, and then he became a CEO. He got his weight up, and now she's coming back around. You know, and it's like, yo, why would I do that? Like, why would I double back to this? Like, why am I doing that? I'm hustling backwards now.
You say that, but I think a lot of the times, man, certain times in people's lives are defining moments, or that could be that chick that he might feel like, yo, I really liked her.
The one that got away.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's possible, right? But is it a double standard, or do men do the same thing?
Nah, it is a double standard because the more
I know, it's a lot of niggas that they was on some wild shit, and they was fucking with the chicks that was equally wild.
Oh,
and then later on down the
Plot
line, when they want to
thickens.
get their shit together,
yeah,
they get that straight laced chick.
right.
You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
put their life back together.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I think in some instances it goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
They'll go get that chick that was quote unquote nerdy back in the day.
Mhm. Yeah.
And now her life is together, and
Mhm.
this nigga needs some stability.
Yeah.
So that's what we get with.
Absolutely. Yeah. It goes
So-
both ways, but you know, I think it's more advantageous to the man because he's not saddled by children. Like even if he has children outside, you know, if that relationship didn't work, the kids aren't living with him. Like there's no, you know what I mean? Like there's no perception of like I gotta step in and be the daddy of the dude in jail's kids. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. It's just a lack of accountability. Like let's just keep it a buck. Like all that young and dumb, all that victimization of it. Just we all knew better.
all right.
Everybody told you not to do.
Bro,
like yo. Your
you
parents
can't-
told you, everybody told you, your friends told you, everybody
No,
told you.
no,
not
they
to
not-
get
they
in the
don't
car
tell you
with
that.
R. Kelly. Like, R. Kelly was going to the mall and was going to McDonald's to scoop the young bitches up. And then 20 years later, they're doing a doc about it. And we like, I guess, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, like,
Bro,
nah,
bro,
like we're not hearing
Bro,
that,
come
yo.
on, bro. Come on.
Come on. Because people don't feel bad for men when they have children with the girl and they got to pay child support for 20 years. No one feels bad about that when they can't get their passport or they can't get their driver's license and they hung up. We spoke to, shout out to A Truth. We spoke to him about, you know, how he was saddled by child support for years and just got off, you no one shed the tear for him. You know what I mean? But nah, he's not a victim of his circumstance. He just had to step up and do what he had to do. He doesn't get to be young and dumb. But women get to be young and dumb. It's cool.
That's
the double standards, and it's cool. But people who don't make the mistakes don't gotta deal with that shit. And those women who were nerds and double back, they're just having their bad boy stage later on in life when they got something to offer that nigga. You still trash. You just got a hot place just to stay and the couch to crash on. Nigga don't really like you. You get the safest, you know what I mean? Safest bet. Unless you got a BBL now.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying, but it sounds
keep it a buck.
No. I hear what you're saying, but it sounds a little like, all right, bro. And I'm not trying to cape for the women.
Okay.
But even if women are more mature than men are, or they mature faster than men, we still have growing to do. And in the interim, they'll make mistakes, right? We sitting here criticizing the women about, let's say, R. Kelly, but we not criticizing the dudes that will cruise high schools and date women that are teenagers.
We'll get there.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like DMX and Belly was a little creepy. Dealing with Shorty, we'll get there.
That's a big part of it. And like, yo, bro,
low hanging fruit niggas.
You got,
but yo, that's the thing. We were laughing at them niggas. That's another part of it,
though, Ron. We're criticizing, and again, I'm trying to be as neutral as possible.
Yeah,
because I'll get to them a little bit later, right?
Yeah,
but I don't care how quickly a teenager girl matures than a boy.
Right.
She's not equipped to deal with a 25-year-old man. Like his game is another level. Like the shit that
he got a car, he got free time, he probably got a little part-time job. You got grown
and
he around all day.
Yes, you got grown ass women that's dealing with grown ass men that get manipulated with money. As grown women.
Yeah.
So imagine a teenager.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can't really
But if we could do the math, Ron, if we could look at this nigga, what we used to call them niggas? We used to call them super seniors.
Let me
right?
ask you this.
We used to call them super seniors.
Whatever we used to call them.
Niggas.
How many chicks would have said no though? Tell me how many chicks would have said no. Right?
I personally know chicks that said no. I personally know chicks that said no. That said no. I know
and
chicks
they said no because of
this nigga is old. Why he not getting bitches his own age? It's low-hanging fruit. Why he here with the kids like everybody else seeing
I don't believe it.
We used to laugh at them niggas, Ron. We used to laugh at them niggas.
No,
we didn't. We was in the back of the school laughing at the niggas that couldn't get bitches their own age. They back here robbing the playground. What we used to call them? We used to call them super seniors. You still around? You dapping niggas up like can't you graduate 2 years ago?
No. I think hindsight is 2020. You talking that shit now, but at the time. Bro.
Listen, we had our work already. We had our work. They wasn't work. We had our work. We talking about the dudes that was just going around. That's like us going across the street to the middle school and yapping joints up. We knew the math. The math was simple. You too old to be here, fam.
Bro. Come on.
I'm over there flashing my algebra, bro. You know like, yeah, I got algebra, you know, big nigga shit over, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? School lunch, they give us cookies over there, I don't like what we flexing? Like, come on, that's just low hanging fruit, man. And it's falling for that sucker shit, and we were like, all right, go ahead.
It could be.
What was that little school that they used to go to after they got pregnant? They had to leave school when they were pregnant, but they still had to go to school. It was like a little magnet school that the chicks that got pregnant in high school went to.
Like BOCES or something?
Yeah, it was like a BOCES, but for like pregnant chicks. Yeah, they all went to that after the niggas got in there, like the niggas knocked them up, coming back around.
Bruh.
graduating pregnant. You know what I mean? Like, yo, come on, all right.
I think you're saying that as a daughter dad at this point in your life, but at the time, we acted as if that shit was normal.
Oh, that was,
We act don't act like we didn't sit there and act like that shit was normal. When we see a dude that's, let's say, in his 20s dating somebody that's 15 or 16 years old, we've seen that, and we didn't shun. That's not act like we shun these people or whatever. They was all mixed in the community, doing what they doing or whatever, and it was like, all right, you might hear this or whisper there, whatever, but niggas didn't outcast these dudes. We didn't banish these dudes from the hood.
We didn't have any power to. We were kids.
So let's not act like we was all high and mighty, acting like, yo, what are you doing? Because at the time, all right, it was like, yo,
we chuckled to ourselves, but we didn't have any power to like ban older cats from the hood. Like we were kids too, but when they pulling up in their car in the back of the school and we, walking home and they pulling up and shorty acting like she hot shit, getting in homie's car, like, all right, go get fucked. Like, I don't want to tell you, like, yo, we gonna walk with our pussy while you drive. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool. We don't get to the same place.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like some of them chicks that didn't go, I don't think the story was, yo, that nigga's too old or whatever. Like, most chicks is like, they didn't get picked. And I think when it came to like the quote unquote bad boys, drug dealers, all that shit like that, nerdy chicks, whoever, whatever, they just wasn't getting picked. And I think that's, like, at that particular time, mentally, I guess we're triggered for that, like, or we're wired for that. Like, yo, like, that's cool, especially in our community. Like, not necessarily, let's say, in other communities, necessarily like the drug dealer or whatever, but bad boy is common amongst other cultures also. But with us, the older, the hustler, the whatever, you know what I mean? Like, chicks went for that. You know what I mean? And imagine you would do that. You're good looking, you got something going on, you know, whatever, but you don't deal drugs or whatever, or you not out there on the block or whatever like that. You still got to compete. But think about a dude that don't got what you got. He got a little lameness to him. On top of it, think about how hard it is for him.
Follow the leader, dog. Like, I can't feel too bad for niggas that just had no. Yo, you ain't never got no haircut. You never cleaned the clothes. You never, you know what I mean? You never put yourself together to get no action. It almost looked like you weren't even like looking for it. You know what I mean? Like, you were just oblivious to it. We all knew those cats. And it's like, yo, ask for help. We done helped. But listen, I can't feel bad for them.
All right. So what do we think about, like, because at younger years, a woman may value risk, and older, they value security.
Resources. Younger women value resources. Older, they value resources. It's resources, and that's what makes them. That's what makes that woman.
What type of guy gives the resources at the time?
Exactly, and that's what makes us double back and look at those women who jumped at those little resources. The resources could even been like a ride. Dude had a car and he had a ride in the rain or whatever, or a ride, or just that perception that he was, the drug dealers have a little extra disposable income. So you jumped at that. Now, dude is the CEO of a company, the Square. You don't like these. You didn't like the nerve of you, like, coming back around and it's almost like, yeah, he should shun you. Like, you made your decisions early in life. Like, you made your bed. Lie in it, yo. Dudes early.
You think it's fair?
Yo, we want something garage kept, yo. Especially later on, if you ain't with your joint early, you want something garage kept. You don't want nothing used up. Uber, nigga put 120 miles on it. Now you coming around trying to sell a Camry with 170 miles on it. You know what I mean? Like, nah, you a used up Uber. Like, yo, you good.
If you drive like a Honda Accord, and somebody like, yo, I got a Ferrari in here, got 250,000 miles. Or he'd be like, all right, I'll take it.
For real? You driving the Ferrari with 250?
Most niggas would. They'll
Most niggas would take a Ferrari with 250 miles. Like,
yes.
What's the service on a Ferrari? Like, what do you even like?
It don't
the
matter.
tires on
It
a
don't even
Ferrari
matter.
or whatever. You just
we talking
don't
about
even matter.
It
a
don't even
knee-jerk
matter.
reaction.
Well, you talking about someone who makes bad decisions. Then I don't know what to tell you, yo.
Yeah.
I'll listen. If you're gonna give it to me, if you're gonna give it to me, give me the Ferrari. If I could
That's the
get,
problem.
if I can get a summer and
never
a
even
fall
put it
out
on
of
the
that,
road. You never. What's the insurance on a Ferrari? That should never even make the road.
Matter.
Gonna
So
be
you just
killing
matter.
them.
Just to have it.
Killing it.
Even if it's parked in my driveway or parked on
Killing
outside of my crib.
I got you. I mean, someone's gonna give it to you, fine. But I'm talking about buying it.
Give it to you.
If someone's gonna give it to you, fine. But like, if you're gonna buy a Ferrari, so let's do a deep dive on this same analogy. Someone's gonna give you a Honda Accord, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the insurance is gonna be $120 a month on it. You know what I mean? But someone's gonna give you the Ferrari, and the insurance is gonna be what? $700, $800 a month.
Matter.
It doesn't matter. You're just gonna do it.
The driving a Honda Accord might be a regular experience.
Right,
driving a Ferrari
right.
might be a once in a lifetime
That's
experience.
right. Well, go for
You
it.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if 1,000 niggas drove that shit before, it was a rental car.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, that one driving this shit equals fucking a year worth of rides in that other shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Salute.
So
shout out to niggas making bad decisions, yo. Simple things was good, yo. I can't.
Yeah. Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year, man.
Simple things.
It's good. All right, so let's talk about growth and regret. All right. Why someone might reconsider their choices. All right.
Yeah. What do you say? What do you say?
I hate to go backwards, but Simple Thing said, some cats will just double back and smash just to get even.
That part.
Like a revenge beat.
Yeah. I believe that, but I think that's a mistake in itself.
Of course it is, but I mean,
because dudes can develop feelings if I don't care how she did you. She give you some and it's good.
Right.
And you used to like her a lot and she's still good looking, you get caught up. And now that revenge and like, I'm going to hit it and I'm going to leave her, I'm going to do her dirty, that shit not going to happen. You're going to have a fucking baby or a wife or some shit like that.
All
right. Jeez.
What?
Now we're painting these pictures like, yo, these chicks that got ran through early is like still like on a pedestal. Like they usually like,
well, okay,
once they hit their peak and niggas start running through them, they usually end up pretty trash.
All right,
like,
but GB, what if you? I mean, well, okay, let's say you're a guy who got a late start.
Right.
You run across this woman who's
got your start is your start.
Now hold on. You run across this lady who's now got some experience. You know what I mean?
Experience look like a C-section scar?
Nah.
What's that look like?
You know what it looked like.
With the oatmeal pie.
You know what it looked like. You know what it looked like. She may be able to
turn you out.
Yeah, she may be able to do some things you haven't seen because of
you got a late start, but you started though, right? Like you got your rhythm. Like she not your first. Like you just not dry, right?
Yeah, no, I mean like you know,
had your time in the sun, right?
Yeah, you had sex. You're not a virgin. Yes,
right. So then you're gonna go back to the ran through.
No, but listen. Right, listen.
Come on, no one doing that.
She might be legging it from back to the front, all that, like all doing crazy.
GB, stop.
Craziness.
GB, stop.
Yeah, and she's like, still good looking.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying.
Because it's like I never had no options. I never been. I can't talk about a nigga that's super dry. Maybe it's not a dry nigga. Like
GB, stop. Think right now.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Don't say the name. You can think of somebody that you may. Well, I don't want to put anybody in the hot seat. But if you think about a woman that you've seen before in your life, that you've heard stories about, that she was not, she's had her fun. I was having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And a single you sees her right now at your age, your time, and she's still good looking. son, you're probably gonna never mind. You're gonna entertain it.
So you're
You're gonna entertain it.
So put what you're saying in a nutshell. You think men mess with women because they have sex well? Like
What? Yeah, I mean, yes.
I've never even heard no
Absolutely.
shit like that. Men do, like nigga, we just need a hole. Like we don't
That's
need
not
you to
true.
perform.
No. Oh,
Like,
no,
men,
wait.
Men
That
mess
is
with
false.
women because they have sex.
No, wait.
Like there was
No.
Superhead.
All
There
right.
was Dawn.
No.
Warriors, you know what I mean?
False.
Men keep women because they have sex with.
Oh, raise the bar.
All right, okay. All
Now-
right, yeah.
Okay.
They're competent.
Men would sleep with a lot of different chicks. The ones that are great in bed, those are gonna be keepers. Now, all the other stuff comes
You ever
into
been
play.
around a nigga that was like, yo, I heard, like, I gotta mess with her because I heard she fucks good?
It happens all the time.
Or
I
she's
think.
fucking.
All
Are
right.
we conflating the two things? Is she
No.
accessible? Is she easy? Or is she like talented in bed? Like, we ain't messing with women like that are
Bro.
talented in bed. Like that's not a thing.
Bro. If
For real? I don't know.
I think it's different layers,
But
it's
you're right,
different
though.
steps.
But you are right too. It is some of it because it's easy.
Yeah, we mess
No.
with the like niggas going for the easy joint. Like, yo, you buy Red Lobsters and it's a go. We ain't talking about she's a great time in the sack. Like niggas don't talk like that. Like what the fuck is that? Like that's some shit women say.
No,
Like
no,
women talk
no.
like that.
No. Niggas do talk. They don't talk like that. They don't talk like a white guy. But, you know what I mean? But they do talk. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what? All right. A dude could set out to hit. He hit, and the sex is good. He's gonna hit again. He's gonna hit again. He's gonna hit again. And then as time goes on, right? Because one thing that we try to act like, and I think this is because of the time that we grew up, is that niggas think they pimps and shit, and they think that
We
they
all
don't have
pimps.
feelings,
We
and
all pimps.
like, oh, this chick, she's fucked so many guys, her
Yeah.
personality has to suck. Everybody
No,
just wants her for
personality
sex.
Probably amazing. She'll make a great bottom bitch. She'll make a great bottom bitch. Yeah. There are bottom bitches and then there are wifey bitches, right? So
We
the
not-
bottoms
we
are
not-
the ones
we not
that you
talking-
keep going around and you call them 2 a.m. and
We
you
not-
call them when they're available. Yo, unlock that door. Yo, you know what I mean? You don't be seen in public with them. Those are the ones that great personality. You know what I mean? Great in the sack. But the ones that you could hold up in the air and you could be around with and you could see them. Those are the wifeys. Those are the nerd chicks. Those are the ones that. You know what I mean? The diamonds in the rough. Those are the garage kept shorties. You know what I mean?
Yo, bro,
We
there
ain't talking
are
about
there are a
Oh,
lot
man.
of chicks that were deemed to be very promiscuous that have husbands.
Most of them do.
They
You know what
do,
we
yes.
call them niggas.
Most of them do, bro.
Most of them do.
Yeah, well,
Like, yo, maybe you that's like, yo, nah, I never. Well, they might not get with you,
'Cause
but they
listen,
find a husband.
Because listen, once they leave the original environment, it's not known.
Oh yeah,
that
yeah,
guy.
Yeah, well,
That guy is just gonna say, "Whoa,
Yeah.
this is a
I
fun
don't-
time."
yo,
Yeah.
honestly,
Out of
I don't
town.
even think it.
Fresh
Out
start.
of town, man.
fresh
I don't,
start.
I don't even think they all. I don't
So
think
even
they,
in
they don't
town.
have to have a fresh start.
Even
bro.
in town, they'll find
I
something.
think they'll find something.
They'll land
Yes.
something.
Hey, yo, bro. I would probably say that there are more good chicks that don't have a high body count that are single than chicks that fucked a lot that got husbands.
Say that one more time. Say
Yeah,
that one more time.
I would bet there are more chicks single with low body counts than chicks that are deemed to be hoes or got high body counts that got husbands.
Mm,
Now, I'm not saying they're gonna stay married forever,
mm.
but they got a husband.
What that say about men?
Yo, bro, men are simple. Like, yo, if you fuck good or you cook and all that, like you good. That'll get you there. If you know how to treat a dude and you give him the right
I ain't
things,
arguing with you. That's disgusting, but I ain't arguing with you.
yo, bro,
That ain't crazy.
Whoa.
what's crazy about it? What's crazy about it?
Because your body count is a representation of you. It's a representation of your decision making. It's your credit score.
I get it, but all right, body count is one thing, right? But
Right.
we was talking about everything else, right?
Yeah.
everything else that we're talking about, risk versus security, dealing with bad boys and stuff like that. But I think most niggas is like you, where you say you would never deal with these chicks, but you got so much of an opinion on these chicks, but you was never really in there because you won't want to fuck with them. So how you really know? You just go by what you heard another nigga say. But the niggas that you quote unquote heard is third removed from a nigga that slept with him or messed with him.
When you
but
say
you never
heard, what did I hear people say?
I don't know, because if you have like you'd be like, yo, I would never, this chick, if they been ran through, or like you might know some chicks that might have got ran through, but the chicks that mess with the older dudes or whatever, right? That don't mean she messed with like
what is a path
20 older dudes, right?
What is the path for redemption? But like once you get into the game, you know what I mean, and you start with the fast life early, and you out and about, and you running around, like yo, there's a path for redemption. Like Cool said, you go out of town, or there's a sucker born every minute. But like to have like a nice stable relationship, and to get with a dude that's really gonna hook you up and hold you in the air.
But that can be the reason why it happens, Or, like I said, there's a guy who got a slower start, who in high school did not have his pick of the litter. He comes out, he gets himself a good job, figures out that he needs to dress a little bit more like this, eat a little bit more like that, get his hair cut a little bit like that. Right? And he's coming out looking at, oh my God, this is such and such from high school. Oh shit, that's crazy. Like, yo, I used to like her mad bad or whatever. Yeah, well, I kind of heard that she had mad niggas, but well, it's my turn. And they're gonna take it.
Yeah.
And what she's gonna do, if she's gonna latch onto it, and that's a wrap. They'll that's a match made in heaven right there.
Hoes is winning.
Oh,
that's all I hear.
Either way, in the game, you gotta continue to play the game. You gotta continue to fight, right? If it's a chick that she passed over this dude back in the day and she's still willing to fight for that situation to be stable at that point. If it's like when she hit whatever age,
yeah,
all right, I'm not fucking with those type of dudes no more. Now I'm in this game and I'm gonna try to compete to get these dudes now, and I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean?
So what about the conversation in the red pill community that men shouldn't really deal with women that have, kids outside of relationship, like single mothers?
I think
because in her story, she had a baby with the said drug dealer.
I think that I understand the argument that the red pill community has, and I don't think it's just a red pill community argument, right? Yeah, I think for you to be fiscally responsible for someone you don't have no authority over is a little like crazy, right? Because most of the step situations, it's like, all right, you got to provide for the child, but if you have to discipline the child, you got to go to the mother, whatever. And in some instances, some women are like, nah, you don't yell at my kid, don't do anything, don't discipline my child or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I get it from that perspective, but I think that a lot of bad decisions are made. Like men, when it comes, men are simple. Yeah. If a chick got kids, but if she's attractive, if she is good in bed, if she has a good personality, all that good stuff, she's gonna land the guy. And I'm not gonna necessarily call that guy stupid for getting with her. All right, nobody's perfect, and maybe your imperfection is that you got some kids. That's not by me. You know what I mean? Like, all right, it is what it is.
Get it, right?
Huh?
Get it where you get it.
Yo, bro.
It sound like a red flag that someone's ignoring. It sounds like someone that's gonna like, yo, listen.
There's some good stepchildren out there. Listen. There's some good stepchildren. Like you might get lucky and you might have great stepchildren that pops don't want nothing to do with them, and you could just pop in.
Good and bother.
Yeah, maybe you could have a situation like that, or you could have a respectful stepchild that will
Of
like,
course,
all
the
right,
kids need, you know what I mean? That's the thing that's, kids need parents, whatever. I'm
yeah,
not
Tupac
advocating for that.
cares if don't
So
nobody else cares.
let's just go, you know what I mean? Yo, 18 to 28, you could be a hoe as a female, come back around, date a dude, marry a dude in your 30s. Are you reformed? Like you don't go back into that? Like you don't double back into the whole stage or whatever?
Well,
'Cause
okay. Is
do
it
you even
is
like
it
dude? Like, do you
a
even?
lot of it? Okay, so some would argue that it's not about being a hoe. It was about being in, or what they call it, a serial monogamist,
Yeah.
where they had a lot of relationships,
All right.
right? And that's I wouldn't necessarily say that's a hoe. I think if a person has a lot of, they was going with the guy, and right, that's
Mhm.
part of the deal. What about that?
yeah, you like all these chicks is not getting gangbanged. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
just sleep. Like they running the strip and hitting the clubs fucking every night. They over time they dated a lot of guys and
Yeah.
they had some relationships or whatever.
Right.
So, what do
does
you
that
think
count?
about
Yeah,
that?
what does that? Yeah, GB, don't go nowhere now.
Nah, it's not about going nowhere. I'm like, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Though. It's cool. Like, yo, we were all there. You know what I mean? Like, we were looking at them chicks like, ew. Like, all right. Like, but it's cool. Like, yo, those are the joints that. Listen,
bro.
Eddie Winslow married Superhead. Superhead still said that, yo, when Lil Wayne calls,
Do me a favor.
she gotta leave. Like, no matter what happens, she
Don't
gotta go.
Go extreme on me.
All right,
G,
listen, man,
he's got to
listen.
do it.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
All right, let's. All the chicks don't have to have like a super duper body count.
Right.
Just because a chick got a baby
Started
by
fast.
a drug dealer
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
or a nigga in jail or something like that,
Yeah.
don't mean. Or if a chick dated a bad boy and
Mm.
she dated a drug dealer or a jail nigga, what, like, that doesn't mean that she was all over the place.
Well, it's definitely a path for redemption. I'll give you that. You know what I mean? But it does show a lot about your character. Like, it is what it is. Yo, if you went for that, if you bit early and you went for that, it just goes to, it tells me as a man that's gonna give advice to younger heads, is gonna tell me that, yo, A, she like fast money, and B, she's attracted to people that can do something for her. So even if she like you right now, when the chips are low, she might dip on you. Because that's what her character shows me. And as a person that's lived and seen things go around and seen, things happen, I think it's my responsibility as the older head to tell the younger cat.
All right, but we gotta. I don't think it's just like, all right, this is a woman's nature. This is why.
It's
There
not
has
all
to be
women's nature.
All right,
Some
so
women like women.
you don't think that
who they are?
You
Some
don't think
people,
there are influences, cultural, societal influences? You got movies, you got social media, you got music, and this is this is kind of what's fed.
Yeah.
To
and the sheep get slaughtered. Like, what are we gonna do? What we gonna do?
No, because we're sitting,
the same influences.
We're sitting here, right? We're sitting here, right? Criticizing chicks about who they choose to date, right? But the when you look at them, when you're looking at a movie, the main character is the bad dude or the drug dealer or the dude that's
in jail. It's never like, yo, he retired down south and got a laundromat. Like, he's either dead or in jail.
You go on social media.
Every movie ends the same way.
When you go on social media and you got the chick or the dude sitting in his car and it's foreign and you can see the color of his seats and
all good.
They peanut butter or they red or some shit like that. He jeweled up and whatever, or she jeweled up.
Next scene, he's getting his brain blown out. Or fast forward, he's going.
All right, don't go like this.
How we gonna paint the picture of him? You know what I mean? Come on, let's fast forward.
Like, yo, I'm a scared these women to not.
It's not scared. I'm scared of dudes. I'm scared of dudes into not messing with the fast lane chicks. Because there's another thing that we're not talking about. The chicks that's used to dealing with the fast money.
What comes before the chicken or the egg?
They're spoiled.
Does the fast-paced guy? Does the fast-paced chick come after the fast-paced guys come out? You understand what I'm saying?
What?
Do you
What
think
are you saying?
the fast-paced
So you trying
woman
to
is
blame the men?
created by the
Fast-paced guy? Yes.
Yeah.
The crash dummies all stay in that lane, and the dudes that go the right path, you stay away from the crash dummies. Stay
If
away.
this is okay, if this is what I see,
let them have each other.
All right,
let them have each other.
If I'm a chick, right?
Stay out the way.
No. It's not just that's the thing. See, you trying to act as if it's just a select group of chicks, right? It's a select group of chicks that got chose, right? That chick that you see in the car with brand new teeth and the whatever, all that, and titties and all that shit like that. She was a regular chick from the hood,
right?
And she was made like that. But she was the regular chick that she hit that ticket. She hit
that ticket. And let's talk about that anatomy of that young chick. Unsupervised. Was able to stay out late. Usually mom and dad wasn't around, probably raised by the grandparents or whatever. Around, like not around. Like, you know what I mean? She could be out late hours of the night
possibly,
with dudes. You know what I mean? Spoiled by the fast monies and the trappings of fast life and all that. That mentality is not going to go away. Once you're used to a certain thing, it's not a coincidence that Shorty said homie's a CEO and now she coming back around. You gotta look like you're the newest lick, and you're the low-hanging fruit now because you're the dude with the least experience, and she know that she got the connectivity that I was hot back in the day, now I want to double back, and now you're the safe lick.
I agree.
So if you want to be the safe lick,
I agree with
have
that.
at it. You know what I mean?
I agree with that, but we didn't get to that. We didn't get to that part yet, right?
Go.
But the only difference, we bring it back to like, all right, the type of chicks that probably get caught up in those situations are unsupervised chicks.
Yeah.
Right. Now that doesn't mean the chicks that do got their pops or their moms there and they around doesn't mean that they wouldn't if they had a chance to, because they watching the same.
Someone gotta protect them.
No, they watching the same IG, they watching the same movies, the same videos, all that shit.
Yeah.
So they're being marketed to for that type of bad boy image too, right?
Yeah.
But they get kind of curbed by their circle, their family and shit.
Right.
Like that,
Only
right?
you could prevent forest fires. Yeah, I know.
But
Nigga, prevention, nigga.
Some get through though.
All right. Yeah.
Some get through.
Slip through the cracks, but that prevention is still prevention. Yeah.
All right, but we're talking about how society pushes a certain.
We cool with all that. I know, like, but nigga, it was the same thing. Society pushes crash dummies. Society pushed niggas doing pills and selling drugs and all that, and going to jail and coming back home and shooting up and spinning the block and like it's cool. Yeah, everybody, but the sheep get slaughtered. If you a sheep,
but this is how. All right,
you go on that side. Like it's cool. Get out the way.
You saying it like that?
He went the right way. He went to school. He got his weight up. He became a CEO of the company. Why you doubling? Why you doubling down for? You know what I mean?
Again, I'm not
dirty
trying.
Trash.
I'm not trying. I'm not trying to defend, but you got to think about it like this. All right, yeah. When I'm 17, 21, 25, those are shaping who I am.
Right.
So now, yes, I'm more transactional.
Yeah.
Because I dealt with niggas with bread.
Yeah.
And I got into a situation.
Yeah.
I might have got, and this is how I feel like the chick should break it down, right? Just don't sound like you trying to be accountable but not accountable type of shit. That was bullshit, right? But like, yo, all right, now, I got with a nigga. I really like this nigga. He love bombed me. He bought me shit. He did all this other good shit, and I really like this nigga. But the nigga treated me like shit, right? And now, this is what I'm used to, right? I'm looking for. This is my guy that I love. I just wish he would treat me better. He treats me good when he buys me shit. He got bread. I don't want for nothing, whatever, but he might not be around. He might fuck with other chicks. He might do this. He might do that. You know what I mean? He might fucking flip out on me sometimes, right? But I still get bread. So if I can get a dude that has the bread like him, that treats me like I want to get treated like a queen, that's what I'm looking for now, right? So now, all right, when time goes, like say for instance, if you go to the club that much these days,
no.
Why?
There's nothing there.
And you know it's nothing there because
I've been there.
Exactly, right? So now,
extra like
So you live
money, like
you're living off experience, right? So now you know ain't nothing at the club for me now at this point.
no, niggas is never in the club looking for a wifey. You might be looking for something
That's
for
not the
night.
point I'm making. I'm just saying you don't go no because you now I dealt with these type of dudes,
Yeah.
so I know it's nothing there.
Mm.
So now I'm good. All the excitement that I was looking for in my late teens, my 20s, or in my 20s or my early 30s, I know I'm done with that. I curb my adrenaline junkie shit. I'm good. I don't need no more. I'm ready to be boring now. And that's what happens. That's what I think happens.
Well, I don't want it. Like I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I want the joy that was in the house. You know what I mean? Kept the G, kept the body count low, or I don't know about it. You know what I mean? Out of town, like come on, like niggas, they like no one wants the red.
Do you feel like
what that say about yourself?
That
like
chick,
your self-esteem is still trash if you going with that shorty that is, you know what I mean? That not that just curved you back in the day. You could have had no interaction with this girl back in the day. But yo, if she's not on your level, she's not on your level. You can't do nothing with her.
What you mean not on your level?
Day, yo, when you look at
not on your level,
not on your level, like not at your level, like yo, she made mistakes that deems her beneath you.
Men's level is how good a woman looks. Like that could trouble.
Nah, dog. Yeah, maybe for the first wife, but like once you double back and you building the empire, men's level is that helpmate, that woman that you could leave in the house, that woman that you could grow your empire and you don't have to worry about her going. She could go on the girl's trip, but you don't got to worry about her on that girl's trip. You don't have to worry about her who she's hanging with. She still trying to, you know, she not coming to you talking about yo, she need a BBL in her 30s or 40s. You know what I'm saying? Like you're looking for someone solid. You're looking for someone that you could grow with. You're looking for someone that could raise your children. You're looking at someone that could be example for your people. You're looking for someone who could reflect who you are. Someone that could carry themselves in rooms that you are respected in and be a reflection of you. You know what I mean? You're not looking for no leftover.
It's you know,
like, come on,
it's niggas out here. It's dudes out here that would trade in all you said for a chick that's freakier and hotter.
Those are men that are going to be crying in the year. Like these men are going to lose half of their assets if they don't have a what's the name? These are men that are going to be on child support.
Mm-hmm.
This is the reason why the divorce rate is so high in our community, because men make bad decisions all the time.
Also, I think some of this is proprietary to the Black community.
Yeah. When you got religion involved and you got other cultures involved, and you really taking the fact that you're taking sound advice from your elders, they'll tell you the same thing I'm telling you. You know, they're telling you like, yo, judge people by their actions, not what they say. Like all that path to redemption shit, that's cool. Like maybe you could take in like a stray dog or something like that. Like you could save the world in different parts. You know what I mean? Like you could do your part. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe you taking a stray, go to the pound, we'll get that. But come on, you're gonna bring a whole street bitch into your house? Like, come on, nigga. Like, nigga, you bugging. Like, is that what you really proposing here? And I know we have a show to do. We playing devil's advocate. I know you and I know your values. You not. Come on, man. Yeah. What you doing here? Thank you for the good, sparring session, but keep it a stack, man. Come on. You proposing for niggas to wipe up street bitches?
No. I think you're very extreme when you say the word street bitches. Right? I think you're very extreme because I think
it's 115 right now. There's a tavern on every major street, every Martin Luther King Boulevard. Them taverns is full of street bitches.
Okay. It could be.
All right.
Could be.
He's doing the electric slide with a fucking Jamie in the hand right now. Shout out to the street bitches, yo. Not a heel in their closet. They all wear Team Jordans and Come on now.
See, he always has to make it extreme, bro. He always got to be extreme,
Come on,
right,
nigga.
extreme.
bro?
Yeah, all
Steve
right.
Jordan's that.
Come on, nigga.
Yo, let's be clear,
Keep it
bro.
stacked.
Let's be clear. There's some
Won't even look their way, nigga.
there's some beautiful women out there that may have checkered past, that may have children, and
Man, dude.
they may have made some, I guess you would say, not even bad decisions. They made some decisions, and they got to live with them.
That older nigga was stomping her ears together. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the trauma these street bitches come with too. Not as the trauma, because they were younger, and how a lot of dudes hold a lot of these women. Oh, I was in an abusive relationship. Now you dealing with women waking up out the night, thinking nigga coming around. Like, come on, nigga. Like, what are we doing to the young bulls right now? Like, we really telling our YNs to go deal with.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
I'm tired of this shit.
Okay, give me your advice. Give me your advice to young men. Not even to men, to men in general.
You've been
No.
I've been talking enough. You won't get me. You won't get us canceled. You won't get us canceled by making me talk.
Oh, okay. So, first of all, like, I could say what I would prefer men to do, but I know the nature of man.
Nah, man. Hold them accountable.
Well, first off, let's be honest. There is not a perfect person out there.
Of course not.
Right? And I do think most men are very, very reasonable about their expectations, right? But expectations tend to push up as they ascend, right? And that's the difference. I think that's one of the main differences between men and women. Women, they personally don't ascend, and their expectations are super high. A man, as he starts to look better, make more money, his expectations go higher. Whereas a woman could be same level she's always been, but then just because things have changed in the world, she feels like she should get more.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everybody has a past.
Of course.
And we're not going to be able to, like, some people you may know, if you've been around them long enough, you could be like, all right, I know your resume, whatever, and cool. But some you can't. You don't know. You understand what I'm saying? But being the simple creatures that most men are, I really feel like we can get, I'm not going to say tricked, or we could get caught up in some scenarios, and we could be blinded by looks, by sexuality, and some of these women are not bad women. Just because somebody has made a bad decision doesn't mean they're a bad person. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
And all right, I don't know, man. I'm not caping, but there are women out there that might have a crazy history sexually, but they don't got the kids to show it.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could have ran through hundreds of men, but they ain't got no kids to show it. If they ain't got no kids, they don't got no STDs, and they could present very well, unless they run into a group of niggas that ran through them, or a dude that keep running into dudes that ran through.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way that dude gonna know.
Right.
And as you get older and as you mature, you figure things out and you learn from your mistakes. We're all learning from our mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To sit here on this platform and have these dudes believe that they're gonna get a virgin or something like that is asinine. That's probably not going to happen. The likelihood of that happening is 0 to none. Right? I think the main focus should be you see how somebody treats you. You could tell if somebody is very transactional and somebody truly cares for you, right? I don't think as good as women are, I don't think they could trick you for forever, right? Which comes into play vetting people, not jumping into situations head first before you really know what's going on, and you commit yourself to something that you can't really reverse without financial or you ruining your life.
Right.
So that's kind of what I would say. I guess to start it off.
Nah, that's good. Like honestly, that's I'll give you the final word on that. That's strong. I would say if I had to add to it, I would say smart people learn from the mistakes of others. You know, we've seen it happen. We've seen the game, and when we constantly tell men to mess with chicks that like you for you, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why a lot of men in our community are straying away from marriage because they're not meeting the right person early, and then once they acquired certain assets, they don't really know what the woman is really there for.
Can I
Because
ask you this though? I didn't mean to
no,
interject, but
all good.
today
Mm.
we live in a society where you might have the chick that's quote unquote like the square chick.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? The square chicks that college and all that good shit or whatever,
yeah,
they on the internet looking like the same, the
yeah,
other chick.
yeah.
So
yeah.
how do you discern the difference, right?
Kinda
They
can't.
on there twerking.
Yeah.
They at the parties, they at the clubs,
Right.
and they willing to fuck with the drug dealers too. So how you gonna you understand what I'm saying? So
what
you got some of them that have that
just take
history.
everybody trash like that. You supposed to just fuck up, like fuck after everything, right? Niggas going in and out of jail. You supposed to fuck
Most
out of
dudes is
after
fucking
that.
after
You
somebody
supposed
else.
to come on. Man.
Most dudes are.
Yeah, man. I mean, regular cats, but yo, there's plenty of fish in the sea, yo. Don't go for the low hanging. Like you shouldn't be on the gram and
Don't
in the
paint a
club.
fairy tale.
We're not painting a fair. We can just talk about what we've been through, what I've been through. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, yo, the fast lane chicks is cool for a little while. Yeah, dip your toe in it, have your fun. But when you looking to lock something down, you going for wifey, get the chick that's inside the house, man. Low followers on the gram. Social media is not really important to her. Real life, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Find yourself a nice square broad, wife it up, have a great life, yo.
I guess that's playing it. That's really playing it safe.
You
Though.
play it real safe,
Playing real
yo,
safe.
because that's your livelihood. That's your assets. That's your pension. That's everything. That's the child support. That's everything, yo. You ain't finding someone that's looking for a lick. Let's I guess we could bookend it by playing the clip one more time. Cool.
Absolutely.
Came up to the girl in high school. She was like, no, I don't want you. And then once she became a baby mama, he was a CEO executive and all that. And she's like, hey, you remember me? He said, no, I don't want you. I be feeling like, respectfully, y'all is the grown-up versions of the niggas that hurt in high school while we was out fucking the drug dealers. Let me tell you something. We were victims then making horrible decisions with grown-ass on us. Y'all gotta let that shit go.
What about the girls who had the older guys picking them up in high school?
I came up to the girl in high school. She was like, no, I don't want you. And then once
I guess we give our final words after seeing that again. You want to change anything you said? You want to, anything?
Do you want to change anything?
anything? Like a CEO is really dealing with that. Someone that has to be out of his house for 60 to 80 hours a week. He wants to deal with Pookie's baby moms. Like, come on, man.
All right, okay. One thing that I would say that I probably didn't really address is about chicks. Like if you're the guy that the chick is trying to double back on.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all I've been speaking to.
Yeah, but you tend to go a little bit extreme. Like the chick is like, oh, she smoked crack and she fucked 1,000 niggas and she this, she that, she whatever. You take it to the extreme, bro.
Yeah, Team Jordan.
So I honestly I would say this, right? I don't know. I don't know, because it's like when I think about it, right? If I was in that type of situation, would I hold a grudge?
No, you would be like, ill.
Would I say ill? Probably not.
All right.
Probably not. Me personally.
I know you. You would say ill.
No. I think I would. I probably would curb the chick. I don't know ill shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be like, yo, nah, what's up?
Great to see you.
Yeah, I think I definitely would. How you been or whatever like that? Nah, yeah. We could.
Yeah.
Cool. We could. Yeah.
Holla at me. Selling food stamps. Like whenever you trying to get up, you got too many. Just let me know. Like I could fill up my fridge. Like it's all good. Like me.
I don't think, like me personally, I wouldn't, based on me being petty. I just be like,
it's not about being petty. It's like anybody ain't on your level, nigga. Flee. Fuck out of here, bitch.
Either way, right?
I don't have time for that shit.
I would say you have to kind of assess the situation.
Tables turn, Ron.
You have to assess the situation.
Same way she was up, and she flicked niggas off.
If somebody, let's just say
the nigga's a CEO. She painted the picture. We not making up nothing.
Let's say if a woman says to you, right now, you up, and she like, yo, there was a time in my life, and yo, shit was I was on some young shit. I was running after drug dealer niggas and dudes with money and all that stuff like that. And I realized that, that's not what life is all about, whatever like that. Over time, I'm on another plane and whatever. Like, what if a spill is that good?
Oh, so what is this little music playing on the back of it too? 43 cents a day with the price of a cup of coffee. For the price of a cup of coffee, you can say this bitch.
So that wouldn't mean anything to you?
What are you talking about? What, Sally Struthers is like? What are we doing here? Like, what you begging,
bro? Not begging.
What a sob story is gonna make you wipe something?
No, not necessarily wipe something. You don't gotta be like, yo. She's not saying, yo, can you take me, please? I need a husband. No, she's not saying that.
No, but a backstory.
No, it could be like we know each other now. Like, we're acquaintances.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. Like, I'm not. No, we got history.
We can't go out for a drink or nothing like that.
No, why we do why we do that? Why I don't got time for that? Like, that's what
You never know.
No.
It's just no possibility because she rejected you before.
No. Not because she rejected me, but
all right. So
I'm
sorry, guys, because we're gonna wrap up. But let me ask you this, right?
Sure.
Let's just say there's a chick that she just rejected you. She wasn't dating drug dealers or bad boys or whatever. She just said, and then she doubles back on you. Forget about all the drug dealer stuff, all the bad boy stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
She just like, I'm not interested.
Well, there's. I just can't get past the point that you just really don't like me. You only like what I can do for you. Like, that's just like, as glaring as these lights are, we can't ignore them. That's that. You could try to duck and put your dark sunglasses on, and you could try to fake it as much as you want. Don't like, she really don't like, she never really got to know. She still never got to know you. She just knows what you represent now. It's not. Would
you give her a chance to get to know you, and she might really like you?
Why?
What?
Why?
You hurt? Who hurt you?
I deserve that. Why? There's so many other humans that I don't have to do that with.
Okay, but this human is right in front of you. She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah,
she's still beautiful. And now she's like, yo, I want to take a shot to get to know you.
No, man.
Oh well, there is a. All right, GBO, you're saying more so where you kind of see what you. Well, okay, because you're not giving them the chance to know you to like you, right? It almost sounds like you want to be liked from like love at first sight kind of thing, right? But
No, you had your
Yeah, you said
chance.
no,
you
no,
said
no,
you
no, no,
like
no,
a
no.
challenge, right?
Right, right,
No,
right.
you
No,
had
no.
your chance to know
What
me.
I'm just saying is that you usually you will go when it comes to what you see, it's gonna be the flash and things of that nature that's gonna make you initially like them from the rip.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And then you get as you get to know somebody, it's whether or not you retain the like, and then the like turns to love. You know what I mean? It's like we're all kind of superficial creatures, you know, to a degree or an extent. You know what I'm saying? Because okay, with us, you look at the woman, it's what you see first that's going to entice you or not.
Sure.
Okay. And let's say if the first thing is, yo, she don't look all that, right? Remember that. Never, you know, well, nah, well, she cool, she don't really look all that, whatever the case was. But you still gave it a chance to learn the personality before you went there. You know what I'm saying? Because your initial like, you wouldn't be interested. So I think, it's kind of a weird
I guess
weird phase there.
doing all this explaining, but just 2 weeks ago, every man in this sphere of giving younger guys advice was waving the flag at Travis Hunter for kind of doing the same thing. Like he was in her DMs, he was
Mhm.
pursuing her. She didn't really pay him any attention until she figured out who he was and
Mhm.
what he could do for her, and seen his ascension. And now they booed up, and everybody saw right through it. So I just don't understand why this episode is so long. Like why can't we get wrap this shit up? Like we know what's going on here.
Having a
Because
discussion,
the
GB.
only this is the difference. The difference is that we're talking about a span of a few years between them two
Okay.
versus, let's say, a woman that you meet in, let's say, high school versus you meet
It's
her
gotta
in
be
your,
hard doing this
like
shit.
later
It's gotta
on.
be hard. It's
What?
gotta be hard. Fake it.
No. And I think, yo, I'm a self-help, personal growth type of person,
Gotcha,
right?
gotcha.
So I feel like
Cause you're not even telling people to do stuff that you would do. You wouldn't do this. So why are you telling people to do this?
I'm not going to jade people because I'm not going to be like, nah, I didn't do that, so you don't no, because I'm not painting any.
Hove did that, so hopefully you don't gotta go through that.
Yo, bro, if somebody, as far as like relationships, like
Mhm.
there's a maturation like process when it comes to like your relationships.
Yeah.
Right. You learn as you get older through life experience, but part of it, I think it's kind of like you got a relationship classroom too going on.
Mhm.
Right. So as you go through your relationship, you learn certain things in that arena. You learn things in life. And as you mature in both areas, you may want different things later on in your life or early in your life. Now, the only thing is that it's like I feel like this is like having a drug addict, right? It's like, yo, all right, I'm sober, right? But you could look at a person like, yo, they're really, they're really they got to fight to hold them to not go back to that.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I think that's one of the fears of men
Mhm.
is that, like, all right, am I going to be enough? Is she going to want to double back and like she's saying she wants this stability and she's done with all that excitement, but she may want some of that in the future. Like she might feel good for now, but as time goes along, we get married and we start to have kids and our life becomes a little more
Even Ginger
routine.
got married, bro. And you seen what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah. And she wanted to double back. So that's
That's
I think
all
that
she
I
could
think
think
that I
about.
think
She
that's a
only
fair.
messed with dude because of what he can do for her, but her eyes was always on that other shit. Like
This
she just wanted that other thing, and that's let him be, yo. Because there are plenty good women out there. I advocate for good women. You know what I mean? Like we are solution based. So I'm giving you an alternative. I'm giving you a solution. There are plenty great women out there, educated women uneducated women that prioritize themselves, respect their body, respect who they've been with, respect who you're gonna be. Like it's almost like she was born for you. You know what I mean? Like when you meet her, you're gonna see like, yo, your path's gonna align so ill, and her story's gonna align so ill, and it's just gonna be so perfect that y'all are in the same place at the same time. That it's just gonna be perfect, fellas. So just hold out, double back. She good for the stroke, whatever. She for the streets. Treat her like the streets, but send her back to the streets. That's my final word.
Okay. All right. Oh, shit. I don't know how many men are going to be in this situation that will run into a chick that dated them earlier.
Yeah, I know.
And
Right?
you
Yeah,
understand what I'm saying?
That
But
don't happen too much.
I believe, especially in the black community, most of us have dated women that dated a riskier dude. I think that's what's marketed and promoted. Like that's what's cool to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's cool
Use your
to
leverage,
dudes
yo.
and it's cool to women also. It's what dudes want to be and it's what women want to date. So I think you would be hard pressed to find to have a chick that has any dating experience that didn't date a dude that was, you know, dealing in some underworld type of situation or did some wild shit in their life. I think it's more or less about getting to know people, right? Because I really feel like people can change, or they get to the point where it's like, nah, this is not it. They learn from their mistakes, and I think that is the one thing that really affects change with people, right? Mistakes will make you do that. Like people that just don't change for like no reason. They say people don't change, but people do change because of something um extensive that happened in their life, and that will promote change for them. And think about it, like it's no rush. Like I'm not saying I'm jumping to marry a chick that wouldn't fuck with me back in the day, but would I have a drink with her or have a talk with her or something like that? Possibly.
Tommy.
See where her head is at? Huh?
You got Tommy.
Yeah. So it is what it is. So yeah, man. You guys out there, if you got any stories surrounded around this particular topic, if you've tried to holler at a chick or you wanted a chick back in the day and then she kind of deaded you and now you in your prime time era and now she trying to holler, please let us know. And even if you haven't, let us know what your thoughts are on this particular topic, man. Because even if you don't run into a chick that dated you back in the day, we're all, guys that are out here dating and trying to find a wife and relationship, girlfriend, you got to compete with somebody. And I think it's, you probably have guys that are actively going through that at this point. It's crazy. Like in their 30s and 40s, that like they might be
competing in your 30s and 40s. I don't want to tell you.
Yeah. It's a competition, bro. You still got a large group of women fighting for the same men, and you got a bunch of other men sitting on the sidelines looking, watching. Like, I want to turn, and I think that's what you missing. That's what it is, though.
I hear you.
Some niggas never really get in the game. They always spectators. They wish they could be in the game. So, all right. So what do we think about the Jameson triple distilled, triple cast?
Yeah, it's hitting. Yeah, he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much was this?
$40.
All right, $40 for 750 mil.
Yeah.
It's 40 ABV, 80 proof. If you guys drink whiskey, you probably drunk the Jameson, regular Jameson. This one here is the triple cast. It's triple distilled, triple cast in bourbon, sherry, and chestnut cast.
Yeah.
Of course, you guys know that Jameson is an Irish, but a lot of different notes than the regular Jameson because, a lot of sweet situations with
Yeah.
Cherry, the bourbon cast and Cherry. Yeah. But I think it's pretty smooth.
It's pretty smooth. Like it reminds me of maybe like an Eagle Rare or something like that. Like or like a like an Eagle Rare.
Yeah,
Kind of like reminiscent of that.
Yeah.
Sweetness with that smoothness and everything like that. It's not as sweet as the Jack Daniels or something like
Yeah,
that. But it's
yeah.
it's a nice, it's nice.
Yeah.
I think this could catch on and really,
Yeah.
really take off.
Like some guys are like really rigid about their whiskey, and they're like, "Yo, if I'm drinking Irish,
Mhm.
I don't want those notes."
Right.
So you know what I mean. So definitely, if you're a bourbon person,
Yeah.
you'll like this one right here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Corey, cool. Before we go, why don't you let the people know what you got going on?
Oh, shine time. Shine time for sure. You can find me in The Voice at NCC 90.3 FM every Thursday, 7 o'clock. Artists, if you want me to play your music, I surely will. Clean versions, that is. And we bring in a lot of Long Island artists, up there to showcase their talents and things like that and get into their story. Great interview out right now. Good friend of mine, Tritty, just did that. And I got some real special people that are going to come up over the next throughout the year. What else? You could also catch me. I'm brand new to this, but I'm giving it a shot. I am now starting my streaming career. All right. We are on Cool University on YouTube. And we're talking a lot of things, a lot of numbers, a lot of charts, as well as, some of the things that, I feel like talking about. Even we're going to follow some money when it comes to music. And yeah, man, just having a great time. Cool University on everything social media. So happy to be here, man.
No.
All right. And if you guys don't already, please follow us on Instagram at Cigars Whiskey. That's Cigars with an S Whiskey. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Cigars and Whiskey Podcast. Cigars, the & Whiskey Podcast. Remember to like, share, and also subscribe. Hit us up. Let us know what you thought about this particular show. Men, hit us up. Also, women too. If you have a situation about what we talked about, let us know if you've been in that situation where you were the woman that dated a guy and looked for another guy. Look for that guy in the future when he had a kind of a glow up. All right. And let us know. Hit us up in the comments. And please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. And with that, we want to thank you guys for another episode, for tuning into another episode of the Cigars and Whiskey Podcast. We will catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.